Hello, friends, and welcome to the Festival of Hope, week 4. It has been such a cool experience to learn about different holidays and traditions. So, as many of you know, that is the purpose of the Festival of Hope. If you've not yet signed on, it's not too late. We are welcoming people to join us at any point during this 18-week program, the point of which is to explore different traditions and rituals that happen at the end of the year and provide a little bit of community for some of the changes that the current state of the world has sort of brought upon us as we look into the holiday season. So just as a brief recap, we began in the middle of September with Rosh Hashanah, and we were able to explore and learn about the traditions behind the Jewish New Year, the beginning of the Jewish New Year. We went on to the fall equinox, which was an awesome presentation by Sarah Trainer, who is a fall equinox baby, and shared with us her love of the fall equinox. Last week we explored Yom Kippur, which is the end of the days of awe for the Jewish high holidays, and beginning really stepping into the Jewish New Year. We learned so much, and we really did have the opportunity to share some community with others who would have been with their families at that time. But during the current outbreak, they have not been able to travel in the way they normally would. So what a great opportunity to learn about things that I had no idea about, and was really excited to learn. So I hope you've been enjoying it as well. This week, we're going to be talking about Canadian Thanksgiving. I have to admit that I was probably in my 40s, probably my 40s, before I realized that Canadian Thanksgiving was on a different day than US Thanksgiving. I kind of imagined that it was all throughout North America the same day. Turns out I was wrong. So this week we'll be exploring Canadian Thanksgiving. We're going to have a few of our Canadian friends joining us. Tomorrow you're going to hear from Devin Cheminsky, who is going to talk about what Canadian Thanksgiving means to him. And then we will be followed by Holly Wag and her daughter Addie, who are going to teach us about baking the perfect pumpkin pie, according to them. So just so you know, you'll get a recipe early. So if you feel like baking, you can bake with us on Thursday. Also, I'm excited that you'll have a new host. So my dear friend Cindy Lang is going to be hosting our Zoom call on Thursday. So if you decide that you'd like to bake, we'll be sending out the recipe for the pumpkin pie on Wednesday so that you have time to gather the ingredients. Or if you prefer to just watch it as a cooking show, Holly and Addie are going to take you through how they make their perfect pumpkin pie. I also thought it was interesting to think of the fact that they do have a very similar menu to the traditional US Thanksgiving menu. So I didn't see anything that was very different, though we will have the opportunity to ask some of our Canadian friends through the week. I'm also excited to, actually Canadian Thanksgiving is a week from today. So next Monday, we're celebrating it all this week, but they're marking the day actually next Monday. So our theme for the week is abundance, and I feel like you probably all went, oh yeah, of course it's abundance, it's Thanksgiving, but I wanted to think about abundance in a different way. I was thinking about the fact that abundance is often a theme that's associated with harvest, and that it's the idea of having a lot of something, right? So the harvest time is when we sort of, bring in all of the fruits of our labor. And I thought to myself, we really think of it as kind of the abundance just shows up, but it's actually a time of gathering, isn't it? It's a time to go out and bring in the harvest. And so I want to encourage us this week when we're thinking about the theme of abundance, instead of imagining cornucopias full of fruit and vegetables pouring out onto our table, I really would like you to think about having fruit on the vine, having harvest out still in the fields that we're going to get, so that we can consider for ourselves, what would you like to abundantly harvest right now? What things do you want to take from the vine and bring to your home? Because I think there's a powerful energy in going out, gathering the things we want. You know, it's kind of like if any of you have ever had the experience of going to an apple vineyard or an apple orchard and picking apples, or going out to, in California, we go to strawberry fields during strawberry season and we pick strawberries, or maybe you've picked blueberries or blackberries, some wild fruit that you have actually gone and picked from your trees. It could be, again, here in California, we have a lot of citrus. So it could be citrus, could be avocados, whatever it is that you might have had the opportunity to actually pick from a tree or pull out from a bush. I want you to take that image with you into this week and look at every bit of energy around you and say, what energy do I want to harvest? It's been a crazy week here in the US with, you know, a lot of ups and downs in, you know, political energy and falling markets and all kinds of craziness that's going on in the world right now. And so I want you to really think this week, when you're considering abundance, instead of imagining something just dropping on your table, you going out and getting it. What energy do you want this week? What things will you choose and bring to you? What things will you actively seek? So we aren't going to be just delivered a basket this week. Instead of thinking of abundance as something that arrives to us, it's something we're going to go and gather. So I want you to think about gathering friends. I want you to think about gathering love. I want you to think about gathering kindness. I want you to think about gathering the kind of energy for your body, for your heart, for your soul, for your home that is something you want to have in a basket on your table. So rather than just getting whatever is delivered to you, let's go out and seek the abundance that really would fill our souls. And that may be different for each one of us, right? Some people like apples, some people like raspberries, some people prefer citrus, some people like bananas. Whatever it is you want to gather, I want you to actually seek it out this week. And we've talked a little bit about that over the previous weeks, right? We started with Rosh Hashanah, which was sweetness. And so during that week, we thought about actually bringing sweetness into our homes. And then we moved on to the fall equinox, where we talked about balance, the balance between dark and light. And we created a balance jar where we put in both our challenges and our blessings. And I hope you're still doing that. I hope you're still filling your jars with 2 different colors of paper to remind us of the balance of fall equinox. Then we stepped into Yom Kippur and we talked about release and renewal. What do we want to release from our lives and what do we want to renew in our lives? We had a great conversation. If you missed it, it's available by Zoom. Please take a look. And this week, I want to take all of those themes and I want to bring into that the conscious effort of gathering the things that will fill us. And so we are going to consciously choose the fruits and the vegetables, the virtues, the energies, the blessings that we put in the basket that's going to sit on our abundant table this week. So what I'd love for you to do is imagine an empty basket, right? That doesn't sound like abundance, does it? But we're going to take that empty basket and we're going to gather what we want so that at the end of this week, we're going to have an abundant basket full of the energies, the blessings, the people, the experiences that we have chosen to multiply so that we can have an abundant harvest at the end of the week that was specifically selected for us and by us. So as we walk into this week, walk in with your empty basket. I can imagine, you know, someone with a basket sort of on their hip going out into the harvest, into the fields to start to gather. I can imagine someone with underneath a tree pulling down oranges or apples or pears, whatever it is they're harvesting. Almonds. If any of you have ever had the experience of picking almonds, that's not that easy as it turns out. But it's a lovely basket. Same with olives. So whatever it is in your mind that is something that would represent what you want, we're going to go collect it this week. And I will be excited to hear about the bounty that you have collected and what you have made abundant, not only in your life, but in the lives of the people that you care about. So that's the week ahead. Again, let me just give you a quick summary. We're going to have a video by Devin Sheminsky tomorrow. We will have our regular facts available on Wednesday, but also in your Wednesday email, you'll get the recipe for the pumpkin pie that Holly and Addie are going to make for us, with us. Unfortunately, we won't be able to taste it virtually, but we'll be able to see it. And if you'd like to participate in baking, you can bake right along with them. And then I forgot to say also on Friday, I'm very excited. We're going to be welcoming Emily Marie Lewis, who is the daughter of a wonderful community member of Soaring Spirits, Beth Lewis, who has been a longtime camper. She's been a Camp Widow presenter. She's been a regional group leader. So she has been really involved in the Soaring Spirits community. Her family had a day dedicated to their her husband Dave and Emily's dad Dave, called Dave's Day, and a portion of the proceeds of Dave's Day was donated to support the work of Soaring Spirits. So the Lewis family have been wonderful supporters and wonderful community members. And Emily is a very talented vocalist who's currently working at Disney World. So I'm really excited for us to have the opportunity to welcome her to the Festival of Hope stage. So feel free to share this information with anyone you love who you think would benefit. If somebody you know is a baker and would like to join us for our Zoom call, everyone is welcome. I do want to remind you that to participate in the Zoom call live, you will have to be registered for the Festival of Hope, which you can do from the Soaring Spirits page. There's a huge logo there. Just click on the logo and get registered. Thank you, Jenny's popping up the information right there on the screen. So you will need that information if you want to participate in the live Zoom call, but the Zoom calls are also all recorded. You're going to be able to find every bit of the information from all of the weeks that I've already mentioned posted on the Soaring Spirits site. I do also want to say we're working really hard to provide you with a huge variety of hope quotes and recipes and Zoom experiences and entertainment, and we know that it isn't going to be a perfect fit for everyone. So please know that all of what we're offering for you is a gift from our heart. We're doing the best we can to provide you with a little bit of extra hope for the end of this year as we walk into the holiday season and beyond. So please know that if it's not something that resonates for you, it's okay for you to leave it there and choose to look for another opportunity later in the week, or a different quote or a different theme that may work better for you. Just know that this is our gift to you, and it's our effort to provide you with some community and even just a little bit of lightness to carry us through the weeks ahead. So on that note, I thank you all for being a part of the Festival of Hope. It is really is a joy to be a part of this community and to share so many cool people with you. We still have so much ahead. I mean, there's so many weeks I'm super excited about. Of course, you'll hear about that as we go along. All right, that's it for me today. I thank you so much for participating. Your questions are always welcome. You can always reach us at contact@soaringspirits.org with any questions you may have, suggestions, comments. We welcome it all. All right, friends, take those empty baskets out and let's begin to fill them with the things that we actively choose for ourselves and for the people we care about. I care about you. You're definitely going to be in my basket. Thanks so much, and I will see you at some point in the week. Bye-bye.